The countdown's on.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
All right, folks, and we are off. Here we go. The HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB. This is the UTA 100K start. Rolling out their gates now for 2026. A huge moment in Australian trail running.
As you can see, guys, here on screen, there's a bit of a top-down visual for you to see the course today. As the runners get to about 3.5K and they get to narrow neck, and you can see the different colorations as well. So the green means it's more runnable, and then the steadier incline ups go into different darker colors. The red sections means it gets pretty tricky. So running all the way along here at narrow neck is an incredible run. This is great. You can do an out and back run there if you're training in the Blue Mountains. But today they run all the way to the end and then they drop down at the end of it. And at Tarrows, there's a new section today. There's a ladder, which we'll be chatting about a little bit later, to break up some of the congestion. And then coming back down, they head into Foggy Knob at 23.4K in and looping around. They've got a big day out there, but some incredible spots they're passing through. They'll be at the 34K mark there.
Yeah, this is then we descend down into the mega long as Dave King was mentioning before, descend down into this part of the course. As Jackie was saying, there's a lot of green here, a lot of runnable sections. The elevation is not so steep, but this is down in the Megalong Valley, quite runnable. And then they come into this area here, which is a 6-foot track, Nellie's Glen. So you can see that there's this big section of red, transitions a little bit into purple there because it's a really, really steep uphill as they climb back onto the cliff tops and get back up towards the township of Katoomba, where we are sitting right now. They hit the aquatic aid station here, and that's like pretty much about halfway into the race. And then they work their way along the cliff top here, staying up high, and as they work their way towards the Fairmont Resort, where which is an incredible place, actually used to be the start line of the race. They work their way along this cliff top. It's quite deceiving. It looks like it's quite flat, but there is a lot of stairs, a lot of breaking in your stride. They get to the Queen Vic Hospital and do a massive descent here down into the Katoomba Valley. This is the UTA22 course. A huge downhill there, really, really tests your legs. And then they spend the rest of the race for about 12 kilometers, maybe a bit more than that actually, probably about 15. And they spend the rest of the race climbing up to here, back up to Scenic World at the top of the cliffs, where they then finish the incredible journey.
He can see, guys, on the screen, we've got our lead male of the 100 kilometers.
Yeah, Quidu Quinn from China leading the men's UTA 100 right now, which is awesome to see. Went through the last checkpoint or the last timing point at Foggy Knob and in 1 hour, 47 minutes, 20 seconds. So here we have Quidu Quinn, who is making his way along the Megalong Valley floor here.
This looks beautiful.
Yeah, this is beautiful. It's really incredible. It's almost like the lowest point of the race here. Quidu Quinn is coming into this massive checkpoint here, which is going to be a really welcome sign because he will be able to get crewed at this aid station here, and there is always a big crew of people here getting amongst it. Yeah, so doing a mandatory gear check right now, which is what every runner is going to have to do as they enter into this aid station. Quidu Quinn leaving the aid station here for the UTA 100 in first place, 1 minute and 20 seconds in the aid station there. And I believe we have our second runner here, which looks like that must be Michael Dunstan entering the aid station just there. So that would just be bang on like 1 minute and 20 seconds behind. So that is hot at the front of the men's race here for the UTA 100. Quidu Quinn, first place. Michael Dunstan, second. Adrian McDonald, Rhett Gibson, Mike Carroll, top 5 as they roll through the 6-foot track outbound aid station in the UTA 100 here for 2026.
quite early, so that is 37.4 kilometers into the race. Beth McKenzie on the screen right now as she rolls through this beautiful farmland. Still pretty early here. It's just gone 8:35 in the morning local time. Beth has been out there and running already for 3 hours and 35 minutes. I tell you what, I don't know what you're doing on your Saturday morning, but if that doesn't make you feel lazy, Beth McKenzie has been leading the 100K race here at the UTA 100 for 3 hours and 35 minutes already. That's what she's been doing this Saturday morning. Huge stack of results here, and as we mentioned before, previous champion here at the HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB. Huge success there for Beth to be able to win that race. And we've got some footage here of the second place female of the UTA 100 as she pops onto the screen here running on this very runnable section of the road from Poland. Katarzyna Dąbrowska is here, second place right now, trailing behind Beth McKenzie on this open section of road that we have seen Beth just moving along moments before. She was 5 minutes behind at the last aid station and last checkpoint. So Katarzyna Dąbrowska is here from Poland, leading the charge, looking good, looking comfortable, looking like she's found a rhythm on this running section. And it's a good sign because, we've seen Beth moving along here very comfortably. Katarzyna moving along here very comfortably as well. The race is on for the UTA 100 at the front of the women's field. There is a lot of running and a lot of racing still to go.
Oh, we're going to witness an overpass.
And here it is right now.
The takedown.
Michael Dunstan from Australia moving into first place of the UTA 100 right now in the men's race. Super exciting for the local to do that. There's no doubt that the coffee shops in Katoomba and the surrounding areas are going to be going off the chain right now if they see that footage of Michael Dunstan moving into the leads. So Beth in second place at the 56.3 kilometer mark of the UTA 100. Katarzyna Dąbrowska from Poland rolled through that aid station just 3 minutes ahead of Beth. So we have the Polish lady leading and the USA lady rolling in second here.
But I'm also super impressed by Beth McKenzie because, you know, she was holding first place quite strong, but then obviously has been overtaken. But she doesn't shy away from a bit of competition, and it looks like it's almost a little bit of a fire in her belly, and she looks quite determined right now to make up as much ground as she can, and we might have a pretty good race on our hands between these two. So the Scenic World in the Blue Mountains is a pretty spectacular place. It opened in 1945, originally to serve an old coal mine via the Scenic Railway. The site has now become a major access point to the Jameson Valley, which runners get to experience in this race. It features 4 iconic experiences: the Scenic Skyway, the Scenic Railway, and the Scenic Cable. And from where we're sitting, we can see the Scenic Cable running right now, and the Scenic Walkway, which allows visitors to travel from the cliff's edge to the valley floor, so all the way to the top and back down to the bottom.
Katarzyna Dąbrowska from Poland is leading the women's race here. She's going to make her way through this section, as we were saying, a lot of tourists there, and then she's going to pop out onto the Grand Clifftop Walk, which is a stunning 19-kilometer section, which then allows you to get to the Fairmont Hotel, which will be the next major checkpoint for her.
And on the screen here, guys, you can see the Three Sisters, and that is exactly what Marge and I are looking out at right now. They're the most famous rock formation in the Blue Mountains, and the 3 sandstone peaks overlook the Jameson Valley from an altitude of 900 meters, and they're just absolutely beautiful, and a sight you can see very well from the Scenic World there.
Yeah, so this is Michael Dunstan just locking in as he moves along Sublime Point Road, making his way to the Fairmont. Katarzyna Dąbrowska from Poland and Beth McKenzie currently running 15th overall and 16th overall. And he's at the Fairmont Resort looking pretty cool, calm and collected. He's got his crew there to help him out, which is huge. And it's going to be a decent distance for him, probably another 12 kilometers until he can see his crew again.
You can see the split screen here, guys. We've got our first female and second female, and Beth is possibly closing in a little bit on Catazania coming up these steps. Beth's moving slightly faster from what I can eyeball, and I think she's pretty determined to try and make up some time up this climb here. And there's probably only about a minute or 2 minutes between these two. And if Catazania keeps taking these walking breaks, I think Beth might be on her tail pretty soon. I'm really excited to see this race unfold, and it would be incredible for this to be a neck-and-neck battle. Here, eyes on our first male in the 100-kilometre event, Michael Dunstan. He is a few minutes ahead of the second male, and it's great that we've finally got some coverage to see him cruising along here.
He has put himself in the perfect position to take out this event today. He is looking strong, and I bet he's absolutely stoked with what's happening in the race right now and his position. Guidu Quinn is from China, and he is now in second place, chasing down Michael Dunstan. You could see here that with him being approximately 4 minutes behind, still moving well, looks comfortable, doesn't look overly different to the speed of what Dunstan was doing, and he is not out of the running yet.
Wow, look at the crowds. This is sick.
There's a lot of people waiting at QVH.
That would be such a boost for your morale running into that.
Yeah, so if he can get this fast, get what he needs, he's got a good support crew there. He's just dropping his nutrition. They'll pick that up for him. And obviously being local, he's going to know how to execute this last 22K really well. The other two guys.
That is an epic aid station.
So Catazina is leading the women's race here. She looks pretty good. She looks like she's moving comfortably. She's got a good rhythm on at the moment.
Here we are. We've got Beth McKenzie on the screen. Now, Lydia, you have some insight for us as you train with Beth all the time. How do you think she's looking out there, and can you predict what she's feeling right now?
Yeah, it looks like she's moving really well right now. She's got a good rhythm there, and she's got her head up and her shoulders up. So you can see she's checking her pace. So I can kind of sense she's in a pretty good space right now.
That means that Emily came through that aid station, and she is 22 minutes behind Beth.
It's all right, we're only live.
In and out of that aid station. At the base of further steps. So he is on there right now, as you can see.
Looking strong, still running up these steps.
Yeah, that is so impressive that he's able to run up these steps right now. Guidu Quinn from China. That means Dunstan has passed through here, quite a while ago, and he's not going to be far. Massive run here by Michael Dunstan. He's gone just over 9 hours. He'd be so stoked with that time. And look at him fist pumping. He's going to finish this off in absolute style. Katoomba local, boy from the mountains, right at home, right where he wants to be, in his happy place. This is Michael Dunstan coming in, finishing as the champion 2026 HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB, UTA100 champion, Michael Dunstan. Yeah.
Love to see it.
That was sick.
Bring it home.
I feel like we were holding back our pumpedness about
9 hours, 4 minutes change for him as he crosses in first place. He'll be stoked. That is a dream run.
Guidu's still had a fantastic race, and he stayed on Michael's tail the entire way. Michael only finished a couple of minutes ahead of him, and it's great to have him here as a fantastic international runner. And he's going to be coming in here today in second place at the 100-kilometre HOKA Ultra Trail by UTMB. He's soaking up all those high fives, and he's had an incredible day out there.
And also great time. We've got, first two almost breaking 9 hours. Those are some strong runs today.
We've got our third male, Adrian McDonald. He's had such a solid race today, and he's an incredible athlete from the US who thinks that the Blue Mountains is a great place to run and is a big supporter of this event. And for him to get out here today and have such a great result, he's leaving it all out there.
He looks spent, but he's still enjoying it.
Congratulations, Adrian. Third place here at the HOKA Ultra Trail by UTMB.
Katarzyna Dąbrowska from Poland coming in here. Jackie, what do you think, mate?
She's
What do you
ditched the
think?
poles. She's found the power in her legs, and she's getting out her flag.
Yes.
Heck yes, fly that Polish flag.
Represent. That's the way you do it.
She has smashed it today, and I'm sure the crowds will be geeing her up. She's trying to sort it out a little bit there, but here she comes. She's got about 100 meters to go. Everyone is cheering in. The 100-kilometer 2026 HOKA Ultra Trail UTMB champion.
Here we go, folks. Coming into the final shoot here. Final turn, and she's about to do it. 2026 HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB champion here. She's pumped. Get up. Give her a clap. Support her as she comes over the line. Katarzyna Dąbrowska from Poland. Can't believe it.
What a
She's
run.
stoked.
She's left it all out there today, and you can just see all of the emotion that she has. And,
That's
oh,
you. Absolutely. Scream as loud as you can, folks. Get around. Give us some support. Doing it with the Polish flag raised high above her head. Give her a shout on the chat, folks, if you're amongst it. Katarzyna Dąbrowska from Poland has done it. And we've got Beth McKenzie here at the finish line as well. We just missed that. I think it must have been during the interview of Katarzyna. Beth McKenzie has just absolutely smoked that final section on the Furber steps. And she is here. This is Beth McKenzie from the USA. Second place here at the HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB. This is your third place female for the UTA100 for 2026 at the HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB. Look at her here. Oh, she's dropped a flask. She's picked it up. She's ready to go. Big smile on her face. She's got a phone in her hand. She's ready to finish this thing off. Emily Mann from Canada, third place at the HOKA Ultra Trail Australia by UTMB 2026. Emily Mann, take a bow. That was a run and a half. Look at that smile.